What if I told you that running more might actually be making you slower? Sounds crazy, right? Because for years we've all been told that to get better at running, we just need to run more. More miles, more training, more effort. But let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're putting in the work, logging all the miles, and yet you're still not getting faster? Maybe your legs feel heavy every run. Or maybe your body just feels more drained than energized. Maybe you're starting to wonder if running just isn't working for you anymore. I know exactly how that feels because I made the same mistake. I used to think that if I wasn't exhausted at the end of every week, I wasn't training hard enough. But then race day came and I completely hit the wall. My legs were dead, I had no energy left, and I watched runners I knew I was faster than just pass me effortlessly. Meanwhile, a friend of mine who was doing less running than me finished minutes ahead, looking fresh and strong. And that's when it hit me. Running more doesn't automatically make you better. Smarter training does. So in this video, I'm going to show you why running less can actually give you an unfair advantage and the 3 biggest mistakes that female runners over 45 make that could secretly be holding you back. By the end of this, you'll never look at your training the same way again. The first mistake makes me think of this. Picture 2 runners, both training for the same race. Runner A is obsessed with mileage. She squeezes in extra runs, she ignores rest days, and she feels guilty when she takes it easy. Runner B follows a structured plan, balancing easy runs, workouts, and actual rest. Who do you think gets better results? It's not runner A. Why? Because your body needs recovery. And that's why the number 1 mistake is thinking that more miles equals more progress. Running too much without proper rest can lead to chronic fatigue, injuries, and slower progress, the exact opposite of what you want. Have you ever felt like you're training hard, but your times just aren't improving? Maybe your legs constantly feel heavy or your motivation is fading. That's a sign that you're pushing too hard. The best runners don't just run a lot, they train smart. And speaking of training smart, if you want to run faster and stay injury-free, grab my free strength training plan in the description below or scan the QR code that is on the screen. It's a game changer for female runners over the age of 45. Now for the second mistake. Let's go back to our 2 runners preparing for the same race. One of them does high mileage every week, but mostly runs at the same moderate pace. The other mixes up their training. Easy runs, structured workouts, and dedicated strength training. Who do you think gets the better results? The second runner every time. And that is why the second mistake is junk miles. These are the runs you do just to check off mileage, no purpose and no strategy. And here's why. Running more doesn't mean running better. If you're not varying your workouts with things like intervals, hill sprints, tempo runs, easy and long runs, you're just good at making yourself tired. Elite runners don't train like that. They focus on strategic intensity, recovery, and strength training, and that's why they're so fast. So instead of grinding out extra miles for no reason, start prioritizing workouts that actually move the needle. And so what does that look like? For female runners over the age of 45, a structured week should include the following. Easy runs to build endurance without overloading your body. 1 or 2 higher intensity sessions like intervals, tempo runs, or hill repeats to improve speed and efficiency. Strength training to support your joints, muscles, tendons, ligaments, and to reduce that risk of injury. And lastly, recovery days to allow your body to rebuild and adapt. When you train this way, you'll not only run stronger, you'll run with less fatigue, fewer injuries, and better results. Now on to mistake number 3 that most runners don't think about, stress. Running is a stress. Strength training is also a stress. And of course, life is a stress. And then when you pile on too much, your body tends to fight back. I see this all the time. Women over 45 doing all of the right things on paper, but still feeling exhausted. Why? Because stress is cumulative. And if you're juggling work, family, life responsibilities, and then adding heavy training on top of all of that, something has to give. And the first thing to go is your running performance. Your sleep suffers, your recovery slows, you start dreading your runs, and that's a huge red flag. What's happening here? Overtraining spikes your cortisol levels. That's essentially your stress hormone. And too much of that, your body then shuts down. Your recovery slows down and your performance drops. And the crazy part is that many runners try to fix this by running more, but more running isn't the answer. Smarter training is. When I realized this, I cut my mileage, I added in smarter sessions, and suddenly my energy came back, my speed improved, and running just felt fun again. So if you're feeling drained, constantly sore, or if your performance is plateauing, it's probably not because you need to train harder, it's because your body needs time to rest and adapt. And so how do we fix this? It's simple. Train with intention. Stop running just to hit a number. Every run should have a purpose. Prioritize your recovery. Rest isn't a weakness, it's how you actually get stronger. Don't ignore strength training. It's the missing piece that helps you run faster and stay injury-free. And if you're feeling stuck, tired, or just not seeing the results that you want, ask yourself, am I training smarter or just training more? Because the female runners over 45 who are running stronger, feeling better, and staying injury-free, they aren't just doing more, they're doing better. And if you want a real plan to train efficiently and see results fast, click on the screen now to watch my next video. It's a complete game plan to help you run a faster 5K without running more.